Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shawnpourgol. I'm president of National Academy of Osteopathy, and today I want to speak with you about the Million Dollar Osteopathy Club phenomenon that we started at National Academy of Osteopathy. A Million Dollar Osteopathy clinic is a clinic that grosses over $500,000 in gross income per year. A $1 million clinic is not a clinic that generates $1 million. The worth of a clinic is what it makes in 1 year multiplied by 2. So when we say $1 million osteopathic clinic, means an osteopathic clinic that generates at least $500,000 per year in gross income. My goal in life is to ensure every town with a population of 100,000 people has at least one manual osteopath in it. Manual osteopaths do wonders in treating chronic pain, and I want people everywhere in the world have access to this beautiful, wondrous, miraculous healthcare. To do so, I realized a long time ago, if I make my students financially successful, others get attracted to study this profession as well. That is why I teach my students over 250 business lectures. I teach them everything I know about business. But business is not the only thing we teach. We also teach them a lot of techniques. We teach them more techniques than any other osteopathy school in Canada. And we have more instructors than any other school of osteopathy in Canada. These business lectures, however, are the reason why my students are financially successful, and they have annual gross income of $150,000 per year, which is $60,000 more than what other manual osteopaths make in Canada. Some of my students, however, are very motivated. They're very passionate in helping people to expand their profession, and through this passion they become successful as well, and they become owners of $1 million osteopathy clinics, and they join our $1 Million Osteopathy Club. And this video series, I'm making a few videos. This is the first of such series explaining about different type of $1 million osteopathic clinics and how you can achieve it and how others achieved it, and give you some example of how it is doable. Of course, this is not for everybody. Owning a $1 million clinic is a hard job. It is not as easy as being average, owning an average osteopathic clinic. It requires a lot of perseverance, hard work, but once you achieve it, it's like a tire that you roll down a hill. It just goes by itself, then becomes easy. At the beginning it's hard work, but later on, once it runs, it's a smooth ride, and it gets a lot easier. So today I want to speak with you about one way you can achieve this and own a $1 million osteopathy clinic, and that is by charging high fees. This is one of my favorite way of doing it. When I was practicing, I was charging $1,000 per hour. I know one Russian osteopath who comes to Canada once in a while and charges $3,000 per hour of manual osteopathic care. Charging a high fee is one of the easiest way to own a $1 million osteopathic clinic. But for almost all type of osteopathic clinics to generate at least $500,000 in income, you must first make sure you're fully booked. You have to have a busy clinic. Obviously, with one patient a day, you cannot generate such income. So those I cover in my business lectures extensively, showing what my students can do to generate a lot of clients, and They do that in practice, and we have students who even in a couple of months start to have a fully booked practice, which is unheard of in healthcare. Usually it takes 5 years for established health practitioners to have a fully booked practice, but my students can do so in weeks and up to months, and within a year they can have a fully booked practice. So that is one requirement: you must have a fully booked practice. Once you have a fully booked practice, I recommend to my students to regularly increase their fee from 2% to 10% a year, at least at the minimum 2%, to keep in par with inflation, but the more the better. Rarely you will lose a patient when you increase your fees. But the good thing about this is that your expenses remain the same, and whatever extra income you receive, they're pure profit. One more benefit of being a manual osteopath is that our clinic expenses are low compared to other health professions. For example, in chiropractic and physiotherapy, up to 50% of their income, the gross income, is taken by clinic expenses because they need many rooms, they need big offices, they need receptionists. You rarely see a chiropractor working on his own or her own. They need receptionists for booking and other things. But most manual osteopaths, they do not need receptionists. They work on their own. They need one room only. I remember one of my students in Ottawa, after 2 years of practice, she was planning to move to Europe. She put her clinic for sale, and that's how I found that she's making $250,000 per year, and her expenses was just $20,000 per year, because all she did, she rented a room within an established rehab clinic. The rehab clinic wasn't hers, and all she did was $500 a month for rent, plus some phone expenses and other things. That is one beauty of manual osteopathy. They usually have between 10 to 20% expense rate compared to up to 50% of other health professions. So additionally, why I like increasing fee is that with a regular number of patients, you get a large income. If you charge $300 per hour, you can easily, and if you have a fully booked practice, you can easily generate $1 million clinic. And $300 an hour is not that much. It is that much, it's more than the average, but there are many who doing it. The average what osteopaths charge in Canada is manual osteopaths, $80 to $140 per hour, with most of them being $120 per hour. But we have some who charge more. One of my students, Tanya Seagrave, she's a massage therapist, an osteopathic manual practitioner in Los Angeles. She charges $300 US. That is almost $450 Canadian. We have Dr. Thomas Andrew, a Canadian massage therapist who is practicing in Bermuda in the Reef 5-star luxury resort. He is charging $300 per hour. We have Kenny Wong, a physiotherapist in Malaysia. He's charging $400 an hour. We have Dr. Lisa Egbuga in Toronto downtown. She's charging $275 per hour. In 2019, the Toronto Sun newspaper, the largest newspaper in Canada, chose Dr. Lisa Egbuga as the #1 manual osteopath in Toronto. So there are many people who charge that. Of course, when I started practice, I was charging $20. I didn't charge $1,000 per hour that I did around the end of my clinical practice. Right at the beginning, you cannot charge high fee at the beginning. You start normally. I have many students who charge from $70 to $80 per hour when they started, and now they're charging like $200, $250 an hour. You start low, you build up your practice. When you have fully booked practice, you increase your fee 10% then another 10%, another 10%. Within a few years, you can double your treatment fees, or you can just suddenly increase a lot. I have this student, Nicholas Zankai. He was also one of the professors in our school. He was charging $100. Once he listened to my lecture, he suddenly increased it by $50 to $150, and he did not even lose one patient. So this is one way for you to own a $1 million osteopathy clinic. This is what makes our college different. We focus a lot on your financial well-being. We focus on making you financially successful. We graduate successful manual osteopaths. We do not, for us, money and financial success is not a taboo. We think you can have a cake and eat it at the same time. You can be a great health practitioner and you can be financially successful. These two things are not separate. They can go hands in hands together. When you are financially successful, your country benefits because you pay more tax. Your country, men and women, benefit because your purchasing power increases. Your family benefits because you can offer better life for them. You yourself benefit because you buy better things for yourself. You have access to more things. Charities benefit because I teach my students to give 10% of their income to charity. All and in all, everybody benefits by you becoming wealthier. So that's about it for today. I'm grateful to God to give me this opportunity to talk to you one more time from this beautiful Spain. I'm in south of Spain now. I'm grateful to be here. God loves me. And wherever you are, please don't be stressed out for the lockdown and COVID. This will pass too. We are human beings. We overcome all kind of adversities. This is what we do. We have perseverance, and we get over all obstacles. I pray for you to have a wonderful, happy, healthy, wealthy day. God bless. Thank you for watching this video. Namaste.